How is your business like a fidget spinner? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo, and from brianjpombo.com, and we're going to talk a little bit about fidget spinners and how they relate back to distraction in your business. First, though, I just want to remind you about dreambizchat.com. If you haven't heard of it, I'm currently talking with business owners and executives that own businesses playing to the self-reliance niche or space. Self-reliant, so any type of products or services that help make people more self-reliant. And so that if you're interested in taking your business from where it's at to where you want it to be, and to really be the most ideal dream business for you, the one that you thought you were designing from the very beginning, if you want to get it back on track, go to dreambizchat.com and you can see if you qualify for a free chat with me. So the fidget spinner. These things were popular back in 2017. It was actually a very short period of time that they kind of grabbed hold of people's attention, and people just started going nuts for them, and they started going selling for huge amounts. Well, these things have been around since they've tracked it back to around 1993. But for some reason, out of nowhere, they started taking off. And I don't know the whole history behind it as far as what actually caused it to happen, but it did happen. And what are these things? Well, it's just a little thing that you spin around, you hold the center, and you can, you kind of feel the centrifugal force and kind of the G-forces of it. Kind of feels a little bit like a gyroscope if you've ever worked with anything like that. And it's interesting. It's you could mess around with it. Kids like it. So why would it go crazy all of a sudden? Well, these things happen from time to time. They had Beanie Babies for a while. You go back far enough to the Tulip Mania. There's always something that grabs a hold and everyone starts going nuts for, and it starts going way out of control in terms of how much value people place on it, and people are able to spend a whole lot on it. And so some people made millions of dollars producing these little things that only cost a few cents at most to create, and they were able to sell them that quickly. Now they're giving them away. I took my kids, like this might help you to just be able to distract you just slightly enough to get your mind out of the situation that you're in. But it's funny, they're a distraction tool, and yet they became a distraction for a while for a lot of people. And there were a lot more people that lost money on these than made money off of them. And they were pulled away by the shiny object, by the thing that was garnering attention, by the thing that everyone was paying attention to. Last time we were talking, we were discussing podcasting. And it all comes back to a tactic. It doesn't mean you need to run out and go do podcasting. It doesn't mean you need to do YouTube videos or Facebook Lives. It can possibly be a distraction. Don't get caught up in the tactical distractions of your business. They're all just tactics. They're tools. They're things to achieve a certain end. If you don't know what end you're trying to achieve, you're not going to be, the tactic doesn't matter. You could use all the tactics in the world. It won't necessarily get you where you want it to go. So how do you handle that? You got to pull it back. You got to pull it back to a long-term strategy, and even farther back than that, you got to base your strategy on the principles of your business, on what you actually want your business to end up looking like, what you want it to end up being. And this doesn't actually only go for businesses. I've worked with politicians, I've worked with nonprofit groups. Anytime you have something you're looking to achieve, you got to step back and look at the big picture first. You look at the principles, then you narrow it down to building a strategy, kind of a long-term plan to be able to achieve some principles, and then and only then you look at the tactics necessary to be able to achieve your plan. And the tactics are always changing, because today it may be podcasting, tomorrow it may be something completely different that we don't know even exists now. So don't get caught up in all the fidget spinners that are out there, okay? Don't get caught up in distraction. It's okay to be distracted temporarily. Sometimes it helps to be able to pull you out of an anxious situation, but don't get caught up in all the shiny objects right now. Focus on where you're going in the long run, and you'll find all the pieces you need. Don't forget about dreamchatbiz.com. Where did I put that? Here it is, back pocket. Dreambizchat.com. Go there, sign up for a free chat with me if you qualify. There's a little application you could find out whether you qualify or not. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.